Hello and welcome. You're watching The Big Bang with me, Vijay. First up, it looks like no place in Bengaluru is safe enough for women. Whether it is crowded malls or inside your house, predators lurk in broad daylight. Yes, here's yet another incident which adds to Bengaluru's growing reputation as a new crime capital.
Well, it was just another busy Sunday evening at Garuda Mall. Unfortunately, a horrific incident came to light here in the mall. We understand that a woman had come along with her husband and child. It was, of course, a family outing, but something that turned absolutely ghastly. There was an event that was taking place on the ground floor, and the woman was watching this event from right here. This spot is where she was standing, and she had her husband and her child alongside her. Now, they were watching this event taking place on the ground floor. There was a huge crowd around, as expected. Of course, it is a Sunday, it is the weekend, and huge crowds gather, especially when there is an event taking place. Now, because of that, there were a lot of people gathered around the woman as well, and everyone was shoving and pushing. She didn't really expect anything to take place. She was turned around this way, which is when a man came in, a 50-year-old man identified as Vijay Kumar. He came in and started watching the event, but what he did would leave you shocked. He came and stood behind her and then is said to have sexually assaulted her. Now, the woman, upon realizing what took place, immediately took it upon her hands to ensure that the man was brought to book. She cornered him. She went on to even hit him time and again. Now, her husband was alongside her, both equally outraged by what took place, and they went on to hit him again and again. And finally, of course, the Garuda Mall authorities were also present here. We understand that there were several others besides in their uniform. Security guards were present in normal clothes as well. Now, they happened to come through and see all the galata that was taking place.
You see, we have got a lot of security guards. Along with that, we have got the security guards with a civil dress. Okay, as we have placed across the mall. As soon as that guard has seen that incident, this guy has gone and catch hold of that guy and handed over to the police. It's within a 5-6 seconds that guy has caught hold of him and taken him to the police station.
Within 10 seconds, it is understood that this man was taken into custody. 50-year-old Vijay Kumar was immediately rushed to the police station, and now he is in custody. All this within 10 seconds. It took place at about 4:30 in the evening, which is probably prime time in this particular mall. Well, with the number of cases of crimes against women that we have been looking at in the last many days, it looks like even malls are not safe anymore. With camera person Raghu, this is Akshita Nandagopal for News 9.
They are men in respectable positions and people even looked up to them. But when we tell you what they have done, you will only fret and fume. Take a look. Venue, Jai Mahal Palace premises. Event, International Wine Mela. Time, 7 p.m. Before we tell you how exactly it happened, let's introduce two molesters to you. Meet Kiran and Surendra. Well, Kiran is a first division clerk in the revenue department and Surendra is a lawyer. Well, the Jai Mahal Palace had been hosting the International Wine Mela, and when it is Wine Mela, it is needless to say that wine enthusiasts throng the place, binging on alcohol. The event was organized by the Horticulture Department in association with the Wine Board. These men that you see on your screens also visited the Wine Mela and enjoyed the alcohol. But had it stopped there, things would have been a lot more sane and decent. Completely intoxicated, these men turned their attention on a minor girl who was also there. And as this minor girl started walking to the washroom, these men started following her. And the moment she got into the washroom, they too got into it and molested her. But the girl screamed her lungs out. Immediately, some people rushed to her rescue. But before they could get into the washroom, the offenders had run away, causing physical damage to her. Soon after this, the girl lodged a complaint at the JC Nagar police station. The police immediately acknowledged her complaint and spread a net to catch the offenders. And in fact, they did succeed in nabbing two of the accused, Kiran and Surendra.
Yesterday night in JC Nagar police station, we have registered a case of 354, that is molestation. A 17-year-old lady has been molested by 3 people, and 2 people have already been arrested. This place of offence has taken place in a Jai Mahal Palace where the wine festival was going on. So we'll conduct further investigation in this matter and file the appropriate reports before the Honourable Court.
Well, as said, Kiran is a first division clerk in the revenue department and Surendra is a lawyer. The police have registered a complaint against these two under section 354 and are on the search for the third accused. Vishnu Prasad, News 9, Bengaluru. Despite several protests and opposition, the controversial Vibgaya High in Marathalli reopened today. Though security measures are said to be fairly good, parents have sent their kids back to school with numerous doubts. Take a look.
Vibgaya High, which was earlier surrounded by protesters and policemen, saw parents dropping their kids off to school. Yes, the school resumed classes for students from 5th to 10th standard today, and parents were here to make sure their children were returning to a safer environment.
We have just come here to see if on the first day, if things are improper, there are no untoward incidents, no protests or demonstrations, and just to make sure, just to be comfortable, if the first day for the child after a big gap goes well or not. Security measures with respect to CCTVs and all, I think they have been done, and few action items have been taken with respect to badges being given. I'm not sure about the background verification checks, but I think it is in progress.
67% of the students enrolled for Class 5 to Class 7 were present, while 87% of the high school students resumed their curriculum. Out of the 422 teaching and non-teaching staff, 366 were present. The school is said to be under constant CCTV surveillance with about 308 cameras. They are also said to have hired additional security personnel and more female staff. The controversial sports and performing arts activities, which were previously held in a separate building, have been stopped for now. 3 staff members from SPA and 2 teachers who were previously suspended have been dismissed.
The environment is excellent, the syllabus, the curriculum, the processes are excellent. I've been here for 7 years, I've never had any issues as such. Agreed, there is a big thing which has happened, which can never be forgotten or forgiven also, but life needs to go further and we need to give protection to all the children across. They have assured of things done, circulars are on website. So the main thing is the child needs to be comfortable during the class hours and we need to see what is going on.
The parents seemed satisfied with the security measures and students too looked happy. The block education officer who visited the school seemed to reflect the positivity surrounding the school today.
Highly happy, they are enjoying. Daily routine work is going on. They are very happy. Teachers, students, and even management people, all are very happy because this is an auspicious day. School is opened. Now every nook and corner female servants they appointed, and 308 CCTV cameras are already installed.
We have to keep the pace not only with the school but also with the justice of the child. So this shouldn't be a showstopper or a kind of workaround solution. Like reopening the school is just the first phase of it. Like the end goal is getting the culprits punished, and this should not be a deterrent to it. The investigations are still not closed. We don't know who is culprit, who is not. Are we sending our child within the right set of people or not? Questions are still hanging around the management, around the principal. So there's still some doubt, and we are living with that doubt for some time till the investigations come out.
The school has reopened under the purview of the same authorities who allegedly overlooked the horrifying gang rape of a 6-year-old special needs student. Despite the security measures, some have expressed doubts over their children's safety.
You are one of those parents among a few more who don't want to send your kids back. Now, while the school continues functioning, what is the next measure that you will take as a parent? Because, of course, there are a lot of other people who are already going back to school. Now, your kids' career also comes under question here. So, what is the next plan of action that you plan?
I have taken out my kid and put her in a different school. That's the first safety measure that I did for my kid. So there could be a lot of people coming back and saying that how do I know the other school is secure or not? But then I know this is insecure. So I would like to probably take a chance with a school where I don't know whether it's a secure or not, because there's a 50% probability of, or it's probably the same probability. But then I feel with the people staying there at large, I don't feel comfortable with this. To me, the most important thing is not adding more social CCTV cameras or anything. It's the people who have covered the crime or who have done the crime, and in whose I am giving my kid in the hands of those people, right? I need to have confidence on the person that he'll be taking care of my kid like a parent, so which I am not. So any technical measures, I am not satisfied.
Well, looks like the rape incident has left a definite blotch on the school's reputation. The students have been instructed on how to stay safe even within the school premises by both their parents and teachers. The ones who came to pick their kids up after school seem to have noticed the school's attempt to boost security and regain their trust.
We have found some changes in school also. Every day I come here to pick up my daughter. Today I've seen a lot of care being taken care.
The school was fine, it was all okay, and the studies went as it was. They said that do not go away, be with the group, and be careful anywhere, not even only the school, even outside.
The incident that shook the entire nation, followed by all the drama and then the speculations of the school shutting down. Vibgyor High today has reopened for all its students. While many parents have sent their children to school, others have decided they will not. Now the big question is, will the management live up to its expectations and assurances this time around, at least to manage to keep the children safe at school? With camera person Balaji, this is Deepak Bopana for News 9.
The reputation of one school has been tainted by allegations of rape and cover-up. Here's another school which seems to be taking preventive measures to prevent a similar incident from happening. About 2 days ago, we reported on how a physical instructor at the Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir was accused of misbehavior with a female student. We also told you about the so-called action the authorities took against the accused. The teacher in question, Arufullah, a physical instructor, was sent on long leave. Well, now after initial investigations, it looks like the school is mulling some action against the staffer. Today, the block education officer K. Prakash visited the school. He was accompanied by Child Helpline member Balraj. The two spoke to the students and parents. All the students, mainly the girls, have spoken against the return of the teacher in question.
ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಏನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಶಾಲೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ನ ತಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಟೀಚರ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ರೆಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಟೋಟಲಿ, ಬೇಡ ಆ ಟೀಚರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮುಂದೆ ಆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಟೀಚರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಲೋಪದೋಷಗಳು ಅದೇ ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಲೋಪದೋಷಗಳು ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಿ ಈಗ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೈನು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
PEO K. Prakash said that a thorough inquiry would be conducted in the matter after consulting officials. In addition to this, they are also planning to create an awareness on an active child helpline 1098 among the students.
ಮಗತ್ರನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಯಾರು ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸದಿಂದ ವಜಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಸಮಯಾವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರು ಕಾಯ್ತು ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಸಹಾಯವಾಣಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳುಗಳು ಈ 1098 ಫ್ರೀ ಕಾಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ.
This incident comes close on the heels of the rape of a minor girl by a skating instructor at Vibgyor High School in Marathalli. Pramod, News 9, Bengaluru.